guys, this is Modest Major here, bringing you some commentary over some 30-1 team doubles gameplay. It's on the map Haven. Before I go into this, I'd just like to go into the changes that they brought into the doubles and the freaking Ricochet playlist. They made some really cool changes. It's like they freaking read my mind, especially in regards to Ricochet. They obviously changed the weapon spawns on a lot of maps and added in maps like Simplex and Onyx, which are some of my favorite maps on the game. And, you know, that was a really cool idea, and the weapon spawns in general were pretty awesome. Apart from the Solace weapon spawns, the Solace weapon spawns on Ricochet are some of the dumbest things I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't know if they were smoking some sort of drug when they decided to come up with it, but, you know, it's basically got 2 gravity hammers on either sniper tower and a railgun to the right-hand side. I like the railgun as much as the next guy. Not sure it makes sense on Solace. You know, Solace has always been a weapon that kind of needed pretty good power weapons, because it's got a lot of space. It's actually quite a big map, and you need to be able to assert your dominance on it, and you're not going to be able to assert your dominance with a freaking gravity hammer. Like, what on earth? And, you know, with the amount of people who use sticky grenades, like, let's forget the fact that it has less range than the sword. Let's forget the fact that it does less damage than the Halo Reach gravity hammer. It's got less range, and as a result, you know, got less range than the energy sword. And I feel like the energy sword already has pretty low range. And having less range than that, with the freaking addition of sticky grenades under everyone else's belt, means that I almost don't want to pick it up, because I'm the sort of person who gets too confident when I pick up that gravity hammer and start making mistakes and get myself into trouble, which is frustrating. And the older weapon spawns, I'll admit, they probably needed a change. 2 binary rifles, a freaking incineration cannon. No, sorry. 2 energy swords, a binary rifle, and an incineration cannon. Yeah, probably a little bit overkill. But still, I feel like a compromise could have been made. Not, oh, let's just nerf every single power weapon and shove in gravity hammers for the lols. You know, if you're going to put gravity hammers, this is what they should have done. 2 gravity hammers, bottom middle. A sniper rifle, one end, and a fuel rod, maybe the opposite end, or something like that. Maybe not a fuel rod, because that's pretty insane as well. Maybe a fuel rod with less ammo. I don't know. But they should have done something freaking different. So, this gameplay I'm playing with my good buddy, that guy 10047. He actually quits right at the beginning of the game. He runs a YouTube channel, and I've been meaning to shout him out for quite some time. He's a commentator, and I always feel like you need more commentators in your life. There's not many people commentating Halo, especially who are active. I only watch about 3 people who commentate Halo, you know, and it can be quite hard to find good Halo YouTube commentary videos, especially people who aren't negative. There's a lot of negativity going on out there. So go and subscribe to Halo 4 Gamer Guide. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description. I play with him regularly. He's a very nice guy. So this doubles gameplay, he leaves right at the beginning. He basically lags out, and I'm left 2v1. And usually, I probably wouldn't even stay in this sort of scenario, because when it's 2v1, the 2 people tend to play quite defensively, because they know that if they rush you, they're just going to be feeding you kills, and that's not what you want to do in a 2v1. 2v1, you kind of want to establish a power position, and then, you know, make it so that the guy on his own can't separate the 2 players. But these players just didn't seem to care. They were just stupidly aggressive. They made a lot of terrible decisions, and their accuracy was pretty awful for the most part. It's just a guy and his guest. So yeah, it was fairly easy, and I managed to pull off 30 kills. I almost had the flawless, but these guys started flinging sticky grenades every frickin' 2 seconds, and they managed to hit me one with one eventually. But beggars can't be choosers. I'm pretty happy with the score, and it happened fairly quickly. I was worried that it might get to a point where they'd either rage quit, or they'd just start hiding. They obviously had invisibility equipped, so I did not expect them to be aggressive as they were. But yet, they still were aggressive, so it didn't really make much sense to me. But in general, like, Halo's in a pretty darn good place. I feel like what they announced with the recent bulletin, I haven't really gone into much detail on my thoughts of this, but what they announced with the bulletin, with the rotating playlist, was a very, very cool idea, you know. I love that idea, and I love the fact that they're bringing back Forge Test playlist. Are we just going to freaking sweep under Forge Island under the rug and pretend it never happened? Is that what's going on, 343? What's your freaking problem with Forge Island? Did you hate it or something? What was it? Bleh. I love the maps on Forge Island. I'm not forgetting about this. I will mention it in freaking 100 and 200 commentaries about this Forge Island until you do something. But they ain't going to do something, because they obviously don't care about it for some odd reason. But, you know, I can't complain. They're going to have Certain Affinity running a Forge contest where they're going to try and get maps for Ricochet. Friggin' awesome idea. I've said this. You know, we should be trying to foster the Forge community. It should be something that they're desperately encouraging to make more and more maps, because it's just a win-win situation for them. You know, A, it bolsters the Forge community, which gets more people playing the game because they want to be competing and trying to make the best maps. B, it's going to make good maps. You know, that's like freaking unquestionable. People are going to want to get their maps in the matchmaking, and there's going to be some talented guys out there. You know, obviously, the Halo Forge Epidemic, they're freaking on that stuff. They make some beast maps, and I think it's a really awesome thing. We should be trying to foster that community, and it's just, I feel like it's a win-win situation. You get a bunch of free maps, which you don't have to put any time into, and you get a lot of positive feedback from the community because you're listening to them, you're working with them, and you're encouraging them. It's a very cool thing. So in general, I just feel like Halo 4 for me is in a pretty good place. I don't think we're going to get into a position where we start bringing back numbers by the millions. I feel like 343 have pretty much done everything in their power to try and encourage people to get back on this game, but it doesn't seem to work. We give them a Halo Pit remake, they don't care. We give them 4-shot battle rifle, they don't care. We give them throwdown settings, they don't care. Nobody cares. I don't know why. I think this game's pretty freaking awesome, and if you think Reach was better than this game, you're wrong. This game's way better than Reach. Whatever. I've been Modest Major. Thank you for watching. I'll be uploading daily from now on. Yeah.